Hello, it's time for another Tuesday's tip. Today's is a really simple one, but I'm going to give you 4 different examples of how to use it. So I love keyboard shortcuts, and there's a lot that we're all familiar with, like Command C for copy or Control C if you're on a PC. We also have ones we use for paste and for print and for save that are really common to us. But one that I've found a lot of people don't know about is Command or Control and then just click with your mouse. So I'm in my ancestry tree right now. This is Seth Maffitt, my second great grandfather, and we can see his list of sources here. Now normally if I want to look at the 1880 census for Seth, I open it and I click view record, and I've now lost his page. I do still have this good info at the top, but sometimes we want to see the record, but we want to be able to refer back to the person's page. So if I open this little screen about the record, instead of clicking view record, I'm going to click Command if you're on a Mac, Control if you're on a PC, and then click view record, and now the record has opened over here. So if, for example, I want to look at several different records on a person, I can open up a bunch and they all appear in their own window, and I still have Seth's page to look at, so I can click back and forth. The second way on Ancestry that I like to use this is here I'm on this record for Seth, this 1880 census, and we have some suggested records on the side. If I click one of those, again, I lose the 1880 census that I was on. And so if I click Command, if I'm on a Mac, or Control on a PC, and then click the record, it will open over here. The cool thing is when you're on a record, these hints, Ancestry is saying, hey, whoever is in this record, we're pretty sure that it's the same person in these 2 records. So you can open all of the ones that you want to and compare them. And then notice with each record you get a slightly different list. Okay, so that is how I use it in Ancestry. So let's look at Family Search. Sometimes when you're working in Family Search, you set up a tree view and you maybe are trying to solve something in particular or trying to look at your tree in a certain way, and you're going to want to refer back to this tree view. So if I clicked on Marie Emily Fortin, for example, if I click her name, it reloads the page and I'm on her. But if I open this box, and I can either click person or her name, anything that's a link, this will work for. I'll click Command and then I'll click on her name, and now I have opened a new screen, well, it's opening, for Marie Emily Fortin. Now, Family Search already on their sources, when you open them, it opens them in a new window for you. So really the biggest place to use it is when you're on a tree view and you want to leave it that way. Or let's say I want to also see her husband. I can click Command and click his link, and now I have a window open that's her and a window open that is him. And of course, when I have both of their windows open, this side is going to look very much the same unless one of them has an additional spouse or children with another spouse. But their parent section, of course, is unique to them. Okay, so that's how I use it on Family Search. Here's an example for anyone that's a blog reader. This is Genea Musings. Randy Seaver writes this blog, and he does these update posts of different collections that have had records added or removed. And this particular post, he has these 2 Montana collections, and some of my family lived in Montana during these time periods. So when I clicked it, it took me to the collection, which is fine, but I sometimes have more than one collection I want to look at, or I don't want to lose this blog post. And Randy sometimes makes it so the links click open in a new window and sometimes doesn't. No fault on Randy, just he has a lot of links he's set up. So if I do Command click, it opens that collection in its own window, and Command click. And so now I have the Montana death opened up, the Montana birth opened up, and I still have the blog post that I started from. Now here's a non-genealogy use for this. I have 2 teenagers, one at home, one that's out of the house, and my teenager that's still at home, when he was trying to choose a backpack, He had put a whole bunch into my Amazon cart, and he was clicking back and forth and wanting me to help him decide. So when I did this for him, command click, 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 click through all of his choices, then we were able to go just from window to window instead of waiting for each page load, and he could go back and forth between. These aren't the actual backpacks, I just opened a bunch, but that is one of my time-saving tips. Command click if you're on a Mac, control click if you're on a PC. It will work on anything that's a hyperlink, and it will open it in its own window so you don't lose what you were on before. I hope that's helpful. We'll see you next time.